I love it, Amy. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story. It's not a story that I share often. And yes, you were in shock because that's probably one of the first times that I really shared it with you. And it is I feel like it's something that a lot of people my age probably go through. We pretty much give up on ourselves after a certain age, you know. There's just so many parts to my story. And for now, focus on what we're focusing on today. Um, and it's about this holistic fitness line because, like you said, I was an athlete. And that was the key that was happening in my life. I was. Yet we still are. Once we're an athlete, we're always an athlete. And so growing up, yes, I took you my club. Growing up, I was a champion paddler, and all the way through my 40s, I had decades of wins, and I was at the top of my game. And I agree with Dave. Like, I didn't know anything about nutrition though. My diet was made up of carbs and fast foods and chips and candy. And I was young. So who cares about nutrition, right? I didn't know what I didn't know. And yes, what Dave was saying, the impact was detrimental. I was constantly seeing a chiropractor. Injury was common. When Dave spoke about life expectancy as a paddler, we live with pain because we love the sport so much. So 25 years of the same thing brought a lot of back pain and a lot of deteriorated discs in my neck. I mean, my docs even said I shouldn't paddle anymore. But if any paddlers are watching, you know, that's just not an option. You know, I couldn't stop. I kept going for years. The competition was so important to me. I was not even, I was so unaware of what I was doing to my body. And I loved the sport so much. I was more of a fitness paddler. I wasn't even a strong paddler. I just knew fitness. I was always in the technique seat, right? Because I was eating poorly. So I was not building muscle, although I was strong, just not one of the engines. Never had the real good muscle structure. Now I know about diet, but I always felt that I could always contribute to the boat if I just kept the finesse, you know, and not take away from it, kept the finesse. So seeing where my life got after my late 40s, and it was just not easy, you know, it was killing me. My kids never saw that athlete part of me because, Amy, like you said, finding time to train, that's the reality. So by the time I had 2 kids, I chose parenthood over paddling. I took my focus and my dedication and my commitment to raising 2 kids. And you know what? I'm very grateful I did, because they're amazing human beings today. I dedicated my life to them. And as a single mama, that took time. And so I envied seeing people working out with kids, and sometimes, they had dinner waiting for them at home, kind of thing, where for me, after work, I was thinking about what's for dinner and then doing the homework and then shower and bedtime. So by my late 40s, I had just such little energy. So when my kids got older and had lives of their own, instead of getting back to me, I became a couch potato. You know, you just feel like the best is behind you. So I come to you today from my heart, because that's not the case. That's just a lie. And but see, the thing is, what helped is everyone around me kept saying, oh, get used to it. It's old age. And so when I turned 50, I just saw the writing on the wall, and I know that that was a lie. But my lack of energy, the arthritis I had, how I had a hard time sleeping. I had vertigo 3 times a year. I was gaining weight every single year. It had a lot to do with my nutrition and the food choices that I was making. But, I didn't know where to turn. And at that point, coaches were way too expensive for me. So I didn't know how it was going to happen. All I knew was something had to give. Because inside my head, in my body, I was still that younger person, but I just couldn't keep up. I couldn't do anything. And once I met you both, I learned about your mission, and I learned about your persistence and dedication to the cause and what we're offering people. And I really felt that this consciousness, this conscious marketing movement, this awareness of what we eat, I decided to place myself in the center of it. And I just felt like it was what I was missing. So I called a bunch of friends and I said, let's get our sexy back. Come join me. And that really was a decision that changed everything. And it just gave me a new direction. And the great thing is I helped many friends find their sex again. And that was just so thrilling to see my friends thriving. You know, you both gave me the opportunity to redesign my life. Thank you, Geraldine, for all your notes over there. I was always the athlete in my head, but my body couldn't keep up with that. You know, when I move, I think about, okay, wait, what am I just doing? I don't want, because I also broke my leg through that whole thing. So when we launched the soft launch of the Holistic Fitness Pack, you know, a few years back, I decided to put this thing to the test and I wanted to paddle again. So after this 26-year hiatus, I felt like I could be back. I did everything the Holistic Fitness Pack recommended. And also what I did was I added the Super Life. So before practices, and here's the thing, I had zero intentions of making the crew because these beasts had been paddling together for a long time. I was just happy to have a seat for practice. I was happy to be in a canoe and have the water, feel the water in my hands, you know? The great news is, immediately, I made it to the top 6 of a very good crew, and I was considered the engine. I was never the engine. Now I'm the engine. We won a few races, and that felt just so amazing. And not only that, my muscles were firing. My endurance was crazy good. Like I could race all the way through the flag. I could have gone further. You know, my recovery was epic. I had zero pain, zero back pain, zero neck pain. It was incredible. I didn't have pain the next day. I had energy when I got home. I was building muscle at 60, not losing it. I was sold on the fitness pack and everything in it. And it was my secret sauce. I felt like me again. I'm very excited about this Holistic Fitness Pack entering into industry that is, like David was saying, is riddled with ingredients that don't help the athlete's body. You know, and they, not me, because I was eating candy, remember, they today are spending hundreds of dollars a month on these protein drinks and these other things. They're already spending the money on things that have chemicals in them. So it's not helping with the stress that we put on our bodies as an athlete. So now we spend that money on a line that is truly nourishing the body at the cellular level to recover so that the athlete can go do what the athlete wants to do. It's the fuel, it's the super fuel. It's like putting regular gas when people are buying the stuff on the store shelves, or protein shakes that if you look at the ingredients, you can't even pronounce most of them. And you look at that and you're spending money on that, right? You turn that around and you start spending money on something that actually does the body good. So all our holistic fitness friends, our personal trainers, our coaches of major teams, everybody has an opportunity right now to give their teams an edge and also turn around and help this develop financially for them, leaving a legacy. This is generational wealth that I'm excited to build, that you and Dave have given me the opportunity to. And so all our fitness people who, so I don't know what the number is, Amy. I think I've heard, so don't quote me, but I heard it's like a $40 billion industry compared to the nutrition industry. It's like we're going from 10 billion to 40 billion, and we have the best line on the market. I have spoken to many, like you said, athletes that have turned their direction on what we're doing, and they're seeing personal bests. So they're already got the edge in their performance. My daughter Kahala had the edge in her performance while she was a Division I athlete. She sees the edge in her performance now, and I think you guys are going to interview her as well. But this whole thing is it's a disruptor. It's an industry disruptor. And I'm real excited for two things, because of the green economy of helping our athletes. Here's the thing, helping our athletes have the life they want, have the time freedom to go practice when they want, have the location freedom to travel anywhere and do a sport anywhere and still build their business. And at the same time, creating an income that they choose, not having to go to a job and have a boss tell you when you can get the raise, but actually saying, okay, I need to make more money for this. Okay, I got to go to work. I got to hustle. So Amy, when I found this, I hustled because I saw a way where I could get out of a job where a boss was telling me what to do, and I could come into an environment of peace, and it was so secure joining this business with you guys. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful where my life has come, where it came from, where it is today. And I'm grateful to be able to help other people find this kind of consciousness, this awareness of what we're doing to our body, soul, mental, emotional, physical, financial, spiritual. There's no opportunity like this. So thank you for allowing me to be in this space with you both and everyone watching.